Hello, welcome back to Krista's Kitchen. So today, as you saw with the thumbnail, we're focusing on some kid-friendly meals. We want something that they're going to eat, that's quick, fun, and sometimes even portable. So hopefully this gives you a few ideas of something you can do if you need a quick meal or something to pack in a lunch. So let's get started, and I hope you find something you like. So it's brunch time. We slept nice and late. This might splatter a little bit. But we are going to have fried eggs, grilled cheeses for brunch. So I'm just making the egg now. I want it to be a little runny in the middle. And we're just going to make these our favorite way. We've got some Sam's garlic butter. This is my daughter's absolute favorite. She says it makes the best grilled cheeses in the world. We like to use the thick cut cheddar cheese, also from Sam's. This is a very easy Sam's Club breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever you want to do. I'm just making an egg for each of us. And then I think the key to making this the best grilled cheese ever is we love this Sara Lee artesian bread. It is so yummy, and I feel like that is what puts it over the top. We don't want to cook these too long, just enough to get the whites cooked and that yolk heated. These are room temperature eggs, so they're going to cook fairly quickly. And once your eggs are all cooked, we're going to move them out of the way. I'm going to drain the bacon grease out of the pan that I have here, and we're going to melt our butter down in it. Now, I know a lot of people butter their bread, but I don't. I put my butter down in the bottom of the pan and then put the bread on top of it and let it soak up that way. I feel like it gets so much more of the butter and the flavor right there on it, and it really soaks in. While this underside is getting done and the cheese is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and put an egg back on 2 slices. I'm going to use this one and flip it over on there, and that one will be all done, and we'll be able to put our third sandwich in. Okay, so we're going to flip this piece over. Beautiful. I'm just going to squish it together. Move it off to the side. Go ahead and top this piece. We'll flip it while we're getting the other piece in the pan. Yummy. Move it into that melted butter that's over there. And we'll get our other little pat of butter down in this side of the pan. I've got my heat a little too high because look how it's smoking. So with our fried egg grilled cheese, we're just going to slice up some avocado to have with it. We love avocados, so this works really well for us, especially just to make it a little more well-rounded. I should have grabbed a spoon, but I love my little handy-dandy tool. I use it so much. Then we're going to cut into our grilled cheese, and hopefully our yolk is still nice and runny and cheesy and buttery and delicious. Turned out perfect. Our next super simple, very kid-friendly meal that we're going to be making is Meatball Bombs. So we have a can of these flaky Grand's biscuits. Now this is a small can, so it's just a pack of 5, but you could do the pack of 8 if you have a larger family. It's just the 3 of us, so this will work out really well. I'm going to pull them all out and cut them in half. Most of the time they'll pull apart pretty easy, but I've been having trouble with the last few cans of, oh, look, they're going to prove me wrong today, and I'll be happy for it. But they've been troubling me the last few cans of this style of biscuits that we've gotten. But you just want to pull each biscuit apart. And this will give us 10 little meatball bombs, so to speak. And then we'll just take it and kind of build our bomb. So I'm going to stretch out the bottom just a little bit so that it gives us a good little working space. I have some of my homemade pasta sauce that I'm going to use, just a little bit of. You can use pizza sauce or marinara, whatever you like. A little bit of cheese. And one of our meatballs. And we're going to close it up. We want to put it seam side down. You see I stretched it a little bit too much right there in the middle, but that'll be okay. It'll bake up all right. And we're just going to keep going. Try not to put too much filling in them so that they don't break. If you do have a few, then it'll be all right. But try not to overfill them. Just a little bit of sauce, a little bit of cheese, and a pre-cooked meatball. Now these are already thawed, so these are like those frozen meatballs in the freezer section of your grocery store. And I've just thawed these. Now if you want to get, like I know Albertsons sells the fresh meatballs, those would be beautiful and work as well. You'll just have to cook them ahead of time. You want, these aren't going to be in the oven long enough to cook anything from raw. We also have the oven preheating at 350. We're going to finish making our little bombs, and we'll see y'all whenever we get them all done so I can show you the topping. Now that we have all 10 of our little bombs made up, I've melted up our garlic butter that we have from Sam's. It does already have garlic butter, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and some herbs in it. If you don't have this, just take a few tablespoons of butter, melt it down, add a little bit of minced garlic, and some Italian seasoning, and you are good to go. Just put a little bit over the top of each of these. It adds to the awesomeness of it. And these are going to go in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how quickly they bake up. And we will see y'all back when they're all done. But y'all, that took less than 10 minutes to get that from start to finish. And now it's going in the oven. So we'll see y'all soon. Alright, y'all. So they are all done. They're still piping hot. I literally just pulled them out of the oven. But 17 minutes in was perfect for us today. Now I do have some of the butter out because I'm going to put a little bit more over the top of all of these just to make them even more scrumptious. I hope y'all enjoy this as much as we do, and it's something that you can have in your fridge, freezer, and all of that, and make something really quick to go to, even if it's just a late night craving. We're starting with the crispy chicken wrap. So the first thing we need to do is cook our chicken. Now these are breaded chicken strips that I just got from Walmart, and the oven is preheating to 375. I want to choose the ones in here that are the most like long, kind of like this, not the wider ones like this. It makes it easier to wrap them when they're more this shape. We'll pull out plenty, that way if anybody wants a second, we have it already cooked. So we're going to go ahead and get this popped in the oven. Just go per your package directions. Mine says to bake for 20 minutes uncovered, so that's what we're going to do. While this cooks, we're going to go ahead and prepare our veggies and our wrap. Alright, so now we're going to build our wraps. I just have some foil since we're taking ours to a game. But if you want, you can just make these straight onto a plate or anything. But I've got a tortilla for each piece of foil. I'm going to add just a little bit of ranch. Like I said, you can top these with whatever you like to eat. So if you don't like avocado, don't put avocado in it. But I tried to build as much veggies and stuff in there as I can. A few strips of tomato. Now I did cut these into strips just so they lay better down in our wrap. You can cut these however you like. Put some avocado slices on here. Piece of cheese. And our chicken strip. You see how it tore? If you warm your tortillas up, they probably won't tear quite so much. And that's it. We have dinner to go for tonight. As quick as that. And it's so yummy. So I'm going to make these other two. Get our little lunchbox packed up. And we will see y'all tomorrow.